Okay, friends, then it's time for a new video with some evidence of mountains being molten buildings and not mountains because they are not. So I give the shout out to Jerry at channel When the Buildings Cried because he was the one who discovered this. I am just helping to share the message, okay? So check out his channel When the Buildings Cried. So then we can just move on. I found some pictures and I choose to start my channel with the red mountains and yeah, like this, because it's easier for people to connect it with the red bricks, Tatarian bricks and buildings. But I think all the mountains is molten brick buildings, even the gray mountains and the larger ones. But we start with this like I do now. Okay, so let's get to it. So this is like many people used to believe like this is like a Titan's skin cells or something, but this is all molten red bricks, layer for layer for layer. Okay, you can see the bricks here, molten layer for layer. So this got nothing to do with some Titan lying here dead and you see his skin or something like that. Like, oh, this is a finger and a finger. No, no, no. A knuckle. It's not. Okay? We have to get past that. So this is a molten red Tartarian city. And here we have another mountain. And what you can see inside here is, oh, some red bricks, brick lines. So I found that interesting, all red. So this was a building that melted into itself from below. Heat came from the below, the grid. Okay, and on this one we have sand because it also happened to dustify some of the buildings. And a nice and good red color down here. And what you see here is clear brick lines. This is all red bricks, okay? So you can see the bricks, and of course they get molten and molten into each other and change shape and size, but they are red bricks. So if it wants to scroll, and it wants to, yes. Getting the hang of this now, I just have to fool it a little bit. So here we have on the bottom thin layers of molten red bricks, and here it's like thicker layers. You can see like can recognize some shapes as being bricks. And on this side you can see it too. And here is just a molten mess. Like ice cream down here. You see it? And then we go to the next. Oh, look at these. Dustified. This is dustified red bricks, and we call it sand. And deserts and all that shit. So here you see the bricks that was put together by the Tartars before it all melted and got turned into this mess. You can see the background too. Down here, see it? And here. And this looks like a scorched molten mess. Can't tell what that is supposed to be, but this is bricks, red bricks, Tartarian. So we go to the next, and I just have to do that first. Okay, here is another molten mess. You can see you can't recognize too much from this one, but you can tell it's burnt and molten, and especially here, scorched, burnt, and up here you see very messed up and fucked up. and some bird shit here, and a molten mess. Very fucked up. Okay. So what you see is brick lines everywhere. Up here too. Inside here. And dustified. All dust came from these buildings. This may have been an old arch, don't know, but you can see bricks inside, brick lines. And can clearly see it was something that burnt and melted, and on the ground too. And over here, and in the background, you have mountains. And if we do, hold on, change color. Okay, so imagine if this also is molten buildings, and you have like one building like this, for example, like this. You have one there. I don't know how tall they are, but you know, if they melted into themselves, they're like and spread out. They could be fucking big buildings, okay? And like this, for example, I don't know, it could also be like we don't know, but if this is also molten buildings, then we gotta know, okay? We move on. Here to big piles of molten buildings. You see, every mountain is shaped like this spike because it melted into itself straight down, you know, and spread out. And here we see bricks everywhere, sand, and brick lines. Okay, over there, and some reddish shit over here. Okay, sand, all messed up. Okay, so this is not, I repeat, this is not a Titan's asshole. Maybe you think so, but it's not, okay? This is molten red bricks buildings. And looks like it may have been a hollow hole here or something, and it created a vortex as it melted. I don't know, but it's not a Titan's asshole, okay? Just get it out of your mind right now. It's all red bricks and buildings, okay? And this looks like a tower that melted into itself. Can't recognize too much, like bricks, maybe down here, but you see the layers, and also it looks like, imagine this being viscous and was about to tip down to the left here. So, and in the background maybe some brick lines here. I don't know, hard to tell. But it's all dustified buildings down there. Okay, so here comes the hard part for many people. Me, including myself, has believed these tall, flat things has been giant tree stumps, but they are not. This is red brick molten buildings, okay? Because you can see, like, I don't know how tall it was, but it melted down into itself, and all the fluid, or whatever I should call it, came down to the side, layer for layer. You see it, all the layers. And all this dust and molten mess. And over here you can see some brick lines inside here maybe. Over there, A-frames. So this, and there we have the mountains behind also. This is molten red brick buildings, not tree stumps, okay? I used to believe it too, so don't feel bad. But we have to like find the truth. And it looks like tree stumps, so it could have been, but it's not. So here is a tunnel they have drilled through a molten red brick building, and you can find clear bricks here, the lines here and there, and some lines up here, and some molten mess coming down, making a mess down here, and here is some bricks, you know, they melt and change shape and size. And here also messed up bricks. Okay, next one. Maybe an old arch or something, don't know. Looks like it tilted to the side as it was melting because the brick lines goes like 45 degrees here. But also looks like it's scorched and burnt inside here pretty badly. And here is looks like a molten ice cream, just a mess. We move on to the next, if it wants to, yep. Okay, must have been a big building. You see the lines, all horizontal lines. This is all brick lines. It's hard to see somewhere because it's too molten and messy. But all this was bricks. And here you have dustified sand, it looks like, on top here and up here. And some more brick lines up there. And some reddish color here also. Okay, let's go. Another mountain, as you can see, with red bricks inside. So this also, and down here, brick lines. Can almost see the bricks also. Not too clear picture, but you can see where I'm going with this, I hope. Okay. Very nice picture, except for all this bullshit in the way, but that's okay. Nice molten buildings in the background. And brick lines everywhere and dustified. See the bricks? This over here. Yeah, you can see it everywhere. So that's good. Okay, this is a good picture. A mountain, or so they say, with red bricks. Clearly red bricks inside. See it? All the way around. That's fucking red bricks, okay? So this is a molten building, not a mountain. Very cool picture. And here you can see, can start here for example, scorched, molten. Up here you see the layers. burnt, all messed up, molten layer per layer here. And this side, pretty messed up, yeah. Molten, you see how it's slided down this way, down towards this woman. And a nice river. This was buildings and they had a river flowing through. For some reason I have noticed this river they made that went through their cities, they are still working. So from this molten shit, the water still comes out from them. I don't know how, but still, it does. Okay. So here is more red bricks. This is not the Titan's hand or something. This is all molten red bricks, okay? You see, this is not skin cells. I used to believe so too, but it's not. Molten layer upon layer upon layer. Okay, so this is not a Titan. And here also not a Titan. This is all, you see the layers here. All molten down like ice cream, flowing this way, spreading out. All these layers. This is not a Titan's skin cells. And some messed up clouds. Fuck off. Okay, so I think that was the pictures for this video. So then I thank you for watching. And please subscribe and hit the bell because it helps me to share the message. Okay, see you in the next video.